Hello everyone, today's practice is going to be a little posture revival, focusing on opening up the chest, strengthening the back body. We'll begin today in Sukhasana, easy pose with the shins crossed in front. Bring your hands to your knees. As you inhale, sit up taller and let the shoulders drape down the back. And as you exhale, turn your palms to face up towards the sky. Let everything else become a little bit less important as you tune into the breath. And come to a place of balance where you're sitting up tall and finding your very best posture in this moment, but without being rigid in the body. As you find just a little bit of softness in the belly and the rib cage, you can feel them being moved by the inhale and the exhale, connecting deeply with the breath at the beginning of your practice. Now you can pick up your right hand, take it across to the left knee, hold on for leverage, and then sweep the left arm up and over for a side body stretch, turning your left palm to face towards the side or the floor, and gently drawing the shoulder blade onto the back as you keep your gaze towards the top of your mat. Pull a little bit with your right hand so you can come up through center, and we'll turn this into a twist, sweeping the left hand behind us. Keep both sits bones rooted down and the right hand on the left knee. Feeling the whole spine rotate, even the neck, as you turn to look back over your left shoulder. Stay for one more breath here, maintaining length all the way up to the crown of the head. Now we'll come back through center, releasing the twist, and go straight to the other side. Left hand to the right knee, reach the right arm up and over, drawing the right shoulder blade onto the back like you're rolling the chest open towards the front of your mat, gently pulling the right thumb back behind you to promote this feeling of rolling the chest open. Pull with your left hand to come up through center, set your right hand down behind you. Press your sits bones down into the floor, lift through the top of your head as you inhale, and rotate the neck to look back over your back shoulder on the exhale so the whole spine is rotating. Again, holding for one more mindful breath here. Then you can release, come back through center, and next we'll make our way into a tabletop position. Sweep the legs over to one side and come to all fours, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Spread all 10 fingers out wide, bring a little bend into the elbows so we're not locking out the elbows. And then as you inhale, drop the belly down towards the floor. Thread the heart forward and through between the upper arms and gaze towards the top of the mat as you lift the tail. Exhale to round the spine like an angry cat, tucking the chin to the chest and pressing down through both hands. One more nice and simple, just like that. Inhaling to move the spine like a wave, arching the back, gazing forward. And exhale, start from the tailbone as you allow the spine to round and tuck the chin to the chest. Now you can start to get a little groovier with it here, maybe finding some barrel rolls, circling the ribcage around. A couple of times in one direction, a couple of times the other way, making sure to breathe with care as you start to open up this movement pattern in the body. Come back to a neutral spine position, drop the elbows down to the floor, shoulder width apart. Grip the floor with all 10 fingers and start to walk the knees and the hips back, keeping the hips lined up over top of the knees as the heart melts down towards the floor. When you're ready, you can drop the forehead down for puppy pose, allowing the skin of the chest and belly to stretch out as we open up into the shoulders as well. You can stay in stillness or give the hips a gentle sway side to side to stretch a little deeper down the side body. If you have a little more space, you can actually place your chin on the mat and gaze forward between the thumbs. Think about wrapping your armpits in towards each other to spread the shoulder blades a little bit wider across the back, and continue to breathe deeply. Let's glide all the way forward and through into a Sphinx pose with the elbows lined up underneath the shoulders, tops of the feet gently firming down into the floor. Imagine a string tied to the top of your head, pulling your head up as you draw the shoulders back and down away from the ears. If you have a little more space and it feels good in the lower back, you can lift the elbows off of the mat, rolling the biceps towards the front of the room to continue to pull the shoulder blades down the spine so both sides of the neck are long and the shoulders are in a strong position as you press down through all 10 fingers. As you lower back down, move the elbows off to the side so you can bring your chin all the way down to the mat and slide the hands in place underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows into the sides, and as you inhale, peel your chin and your chest up just into a baby cobra, and as you exhale, lower back down just as slow as you came up. Again, inhaling to peel up. This time you can press down a little bit through the hands to come up higher. Bend the elbows close to the sides as you lower back down and relax. Final round, inhale, you can come all the way up to a full cobra, shoulders away from the ears, and as you exhale, bend the elbows and return the chest and the chin down to the mat. Press up through the hands to come up through all fours and then tuck the toes under, send the hips high for downward dog. Put a big, generous bend in your knees and press with the hands so the heart melts back towards the thighs as you lift high on the toes and tilt the tailbone up to the sky. From here, if you have the space, heels can start to reach down a little bit more. Relax the head between the arms. Pedal it out on the spot, bending into one knee and then the other, just getting a little more movement into the hips and hamstrings. Pause for a moment, slide your gaze up to the top of the mat between your hands, and as you exhale, take little tiny steps to walk it all the way forward to Uttanasana, standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Put a generous bend in your knees so the upper body can just fold right down over the thighs, hang your head, interlace your fingers and hook them over the back of the skull. Don't pull on the neck, just let the elbows hang down towards the floor and add a gentle sway side to side. This is so good for helping to decompress the lower back area. Allow this to feel good as you hang down and breathe. Keep the hands where they are and the elbows close to the sides of the head as you tuck the chin and slowly roll all the way up to stand. At the top, lean the head over to the right as you open the elbows up like you're spreading your wings. Tuck the chin, roll through center, and then inhale over to the left side. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, making a half circle shape. Open up right ear towards the right shoulder, elbows wide. Exhale, chin to chest, roll it over to the left side, open the elbows up, left ear to left shoulder. Roll back through center, and then as you take the hands away from behind the head, keep them interlaced, but flip your palms up towards the sky. Try to straighten out through the arms, but draw the front ribs down and really spike the heels into the floor as you pull the pinky fingers back behind you, so you get a little bit of an opening into the chest. From here, like a palm tree swaying in the wind, you can rock right to left a couple times. Try to keep your legs and arms straight. Come back through center, separate your hands, and swan dive all the way back down to your forward fold. On your inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, pull the crown forward. Exhale to plant your hands, step one knee back and down to the floor, and then the other, so you're back in this tabletop position. Engage through the core, so make sure not to collapse the belly down towards the floor as you sweep the right leg back, parallel to the floor, toes pointed. Gaze down at the mat, spider crawl your left fingertips forward, and if you have your balance, you can reach your left hand all the way towards the front of the room. Bend your right knee behind you, swim the left arm out to the side and back, and grab onto the inside edge of your foot with your hand. Create resistance by kicking your foot into your hand. See if you can lift the right knee higher than the level of the hip as you roll the left shoulder onto the back. And rest your gaze at one point at the top of your yoga mat. Try to find one unmoving point to look at. It'll help with your balance. And of course, make sure that you're breathing in this posture. Careful not to slingshot as you release the right leg with control. Left hand comes down, straighten the right leg, tuck the toes under at the back of the mat, and press down with the hands so you can lift the knee and squeeze it forward towards the left elbow. Hold it here as you brace through the core and round the upper back, and then step the left foot through between the hands. Set your right knee down. Pressing down through the left foot, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. You can tuck the back toes under for stability as you start to pull the knuckles back towards the right heel. Lift the chest away from the thigh and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So good for opening up the chest and strengthening a little bit into the upper back. If the lower back feels okay, take it deeper by leaning the shoulders back and sending the hips forward. Now we'll release, unclasping the hands. Inhale to sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, right hand down inside of the left foot. Reach your left fingertips up to the sky. Turn your chest and your left palm in the same direction. Tuck your right toes and lift your right knee, but keep the hips low. Start to lighten up your right hand on the floor, maybe coming up onto tented fingertips, and then we'll rise all the way up, keeping the chest facing left side. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Hips are low. Turn the right palm up to the sky. Inhale to exalt. Reach the right hand back and up. Left hand to the back of your right thigh, or even find the calf muscle behind you. As you exhale, windmill the hands back down to the mat. Pour all of your weight into your left foot as you lift the right leg up, bend the knee, tuck your chin to your chest. One round, knee to nose, and then step the right foot back, spin the heel down, and windmill the arms up to your warrior two. The left leg is still in front. We're bending deep into the left knee and pressing down through the outside edge of the right foot. Roll the shoulders onto the back, open up your chest, reach strong with the arms. Gaze forward to the left hand as you flip the left palm up to the sky, right hand behind the back, lean back and reverse your warrior. If you want a modification, your right hand can come to the outside of the right thigh, otherwise keeping that half bind with the hand behind you, palm facing out. Take the left elbow down to the left knee, and you can open up the chest, look towards the ceiling over the right shoulder. If you want to take your full bind, now the left arm will wrap underneath the left thigh as you interlace the fingers behind your thigh. Continue to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So again, that action of opening up the chest that's so beneficial for the posture. We're going to reverse out the same way we came in, so you can release your bind, keeping the right hand behind the back, sweep your left arm up to your reverse warrior, gaze towards the palm. And now as you exhale, windmill both hands down to frame your left foot, tuck the back toes under. Step your right foot back with control and then pull the hips back and up into your downward facing dog. Relax your head down so the back of the neck is long. Pedal it out on the spot. Think of this as a momentary reset before we get into the second side. Shift forward, bend the knees, drop them back down to the floor, coming into your tabletop position. You can untuck the toes. As you inhale, extend your left leg behind you. Leg is parallel to the floor. Careful not to crunch the lower back. Brace through the core, pull the ribs up and in. Spider crawl your right fingertips forward, eventually reaching the right hand to the front of the room. Level your hips and shoulders. Now you can bend the left knee, sweep the right arm out to the side and all the way back as you grab the left foot behind you. Relax the right shoulder onto the back as you begin to kick your foot into your hand, elevating the toes as much as possible and sliding the gaze to one spot at the top of your yoga mat. Control the release, letting go of your grip on the foot, taking the right hand down to the mat, straightening out the left leg and tucking your toes under at the back. Push down through the hands to pop the right knee off the mat, squeeze it forward, try to touch it to the right elbow and hold. Take your time as you step the right foot forward between the hands, lower the back knee down, ground down through the entire sole of the right foot as you take the hands behind your back, interlacing, and then pull the knuckles back and down as you peel the chest away from the thigh, keeping that deep lunge in your right knee. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto the back, lift the chin just slightly without cranking the head all the way back, and if you have the space, start to send the shoulders back and the hips forwards. Inhale, release, arms up to the sky, and then we'll take a twist. Left hand down inside of the right foot, right arm reaches up. Turn your palm and the chest to face towards the right side of the mat as you gaze up to your right thumb. Tuck your back toes and power that left knee up off the floor. Try to keep the hips low. Imagine your left hand is growing lighter on the mat, almost like your right fingertips are being pulled up to the ceiling as you rise up onto tented fingertips and then come up to your twisted lunge. Left hand and right foot to the top of the mat. Look forward at your left hand as you turn the palm up to the sky and sweep the left hand back and up. Keep the lunge in the legs. Your right hand can gently locate the left hamstring or calf behind you. Focus more on lifting and opening the heart. Exhale to windmill the hands down. Shift the weight into the right leg, lighten up the left leg, crunch your knee into your nose, and then extend the left leg back. Once the toes land, you can spin the heel down and windmill the arms up to Virabhadrasana 2. Squeeze and activate the shoulder blades onto the back. Keep those muscles working as you think about expanding across the collarbones and the top of the chest. Flip your right palm to face up towards the sky, and as you exalt your warrior, your left hand can come behind the back for a half bind, tucking the fingertips into the right hip crease. Reach up and over with the right fingertips, maintain a lunge in the right knee. Left hand stays as you sweep the right arm down, land the elbow to the inside of the knee, and hold here an extended side angle, drawing the left shoulder blade onto the back, or go for your full bind, interlacing the hands behind the right thigh, rotating the chest up towards the sky, and turning the chin towards the left shoulder, almost like the profile of your face is visible from the side. Again, embody this sense of opening up the chest. This is the magic. This is what's going to help to improve your posture. When you're ready, release. We'll return to that exalted warrior, left hand behind the back, and then exhale, windmill the hands down to frame the front foot, tuck your left toes, step the right foot back. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Now that we're nice and warmed up through the spine, hips, and shoulders, we'll take camel pose, which is so wonderful for the posture. You can drop your knees down, hip width apart, tuck the toes under behind you, and walk your hands in until you can come to stand up on the knees, sweeping the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Then sweep the arms around behind you, take your hands to your lower back like you're putting them into your jeans pocket, tuck the tailbone under as you press the hips forward, lift your sternum up towards the sky. If this is intense, stay right here. Otherwise, you can start to release the crown of the head back and even take your hands to the heels, keeping the toes tucked under so the heels are easy to locate as you squeeze the shoulder blades together and let the heart open up towards the sky. Be mindful of how you transition out, taking your hands back to the hips if they were on your heels. Lift your chest, gaze forward. Keep the toes tucked under. You can lower the hips and then place the hands on the mat shoulder width apart so you can press right up into your downward facing dog once more. Gaze forward to make sure that your hands are shoulder width apart, and see if you can bend the elbows, lower both elbows down to the mat at the same time, bowing down into a dolphin pose. Elbows and hands shoulder width apart. Walk the toes in as you elevate the hips up towards the sky. If hamstrings are feeling really tight, keep a bend in the knees, but focus on pushing the ground away with the forearms. What goes down must come up. So now focus on really pressing through the hands. See if you can pop the elbows up off the floor back into your downward facing dog. Look to your hands, step your left foot behind the right wrist, right foot behind the left wrist, bend the knees, split them out to the sides, and lower yourself down to a seat. Extend your legs in front of you. Sit up tall as you flex your feet with a little bend in the knees. Reach the arms up on the inhale. As you exhale, fold the chest forward over the thighs, grab onto the balls of the feet or behind the ankles or knees, and let your head round forward just slightly. Imagine length through the spine from the tailbone up to the crown of the head on the inhale, and perhaps fold a little deeper on the exhale. Release your grip, walk your hands in, bring yourself back to upright. Take your hands behind you, fingers face forward, point the toes and squeeze the legs together. Exhale to lift the hips up into a reverse plank. Pull the shoulder blades together across the back, shine the heart towards the sky, point the tailbone down towards the space between the heels. Last little bit of work for our practice today. Keep breathing and gently lower the hips down. Great work. Bend your knees, grab on behind the knees as you tuck the chin, rounding the spine, rolling all the way down onto your back. Lay the back of the head down onto the earth, hug the knees into the chest, and as you press the lower back down, massage yourself with a gentle rock side to side. If you'd like to take happy baby, arms and sides of the legs, grab onto the outside edges of the feet and turn the soles of the feet up to the sky. Try to line up your ankles over your knees, give the chin a tuck in towards the chest so the back of the neck feels long, and begin to press the tailbone down into the floor. Another wonderful opportunity to lengthen and traction through the spine. And this is where you get to choose. You can hang out in this shape for as long as you'd like, or opportunity to close up your practice with a Shavasana, lying down on your back with the arms and the legs straight. Pick something that will leave you feeling your best, and be mindful of how you leave your mat after practice. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick posture video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Namaste.